Greetings. I'm Pastor Meredith Keseley, and it's my joy to welcome you to Abiding Presence Lutheran Church in Burke, Virginia, a congregation of the Metropolitan Washington, D.C. Synod. We are a church that is all about connecting people to Christ through community. On Sunday mornings, we do this in the usual ways, through worship, conversations in the hallway, breakfast around what we call the abiding table, Sunday school, and even playing out on our playground after church. During the week, we connect people to Christ by serving as a community center to our neighbors in Fairfax County. We are excited to share with you a glimpse of what it has looked like for us to throw open our doors, connecting our neighbors to one another, to our congregation, and to Jesus Christ. Take a look.
Bingo was his name.
I started coming to Abiding Presence in 7th grade with a friend. Before I went to a different church, but I didn't really like it. So when I came home that day, I told my mom that I actually enjoyed the service and that I wanted to go back. For the first time in a church, I felt the presence of God. After attending some services during the summer, my family and I decided to switch churches. After meeting and talking with Pastor Meredith and finding out we shared a birthday, I knew this was a sign from God that I was in the right place. So that fall, I started confirmation and discovered what the church means to me. I had two great confirmation leaders, Steve and Lynn, who helped me grow in my faith and made me love going to church on Sundays and Wednesdays. This place has truly helped me grow in my faith. So I started teaching Sunday school this year. It was a way to give back to the church and share my faith with a new generation of Abiding Presence kids. Also, being a part of the youth band lets me show my faith in a positive way. Growing in my faith has helped me deal with challenges that have come up in my life. I now have a strong support network that I lean on here. I encourage each of you, whether you are one of my Sunday school preschoolers, a teenager in the youth band, or even an adult, to look for ways that you can grow in your faith too. I definitely plan to continue my faith journey in college and throughout my whole adult life. Thank you.
All right. My name is John McMaster, and I help coordinate the Mainly Music sing-along program here at Abiding Presence Lutheran Church. I moved to the area about 7 years ago, and I was a stay-at-home father. A friend had recommended the Mainly Music program here at church as just a fun weekday activity to get involved with. So I started bringing my son here. We really enjoyed the program, and then I began volunteering the next year to assist with the program. My wife and I came from two different faith traditions, and so we knew we wanted to find a home church for our family so that our kids could grow up going to church, but we didn't really have a good answer for several years as to what kind of church body that was going to be. And so I actually had prayed for several years to find a church that would work for my wife and for myself, and that my kids would love. And I had been attending Mainly Music here at Abiding Presence for a couple of years, and one day it finally occurred to me, it was like, I'm in a church once a week, I volunteer in that church, why don't we just go to that church? It seems like a pretty great place. And my wife really loved Pastor Meredith and the sort of the family environment. But yeah, it was all through coming here for a sing-along toddler program originally. That's awesome. How we came here. The former coordinator of Mainly Music had to go back to work a few years ago. She asked me if I would step in and help run the program. One morning, I've not only have to coordinate it occasionally when other people can't make it here, I lead the sing-along for the kids as well, which is an interesting experience for me because I'm a terrible singer, but I know all the motions and the kids love to sing along and dance with me. But yes, Pastor Meredith once asked me one morning, she's like, did you ever think that God would call you to be an elephant? You know, like that's, I was like, no, that's not ever something you imagine that you're gonna do until you find yourself doing it and you realize that what you're doing to sort of make people feel welcome here and reach out to others and just help create that same environment that you loved when you first came to the church.
As the newly called pastor for discipleship at Abiding Presence Lutheran Church in Burke, I am really excited to be about equipping our members to grow in their faith, to grow in their relationships with God and one another, and to grow into community with one another inside and outside the walls of the church. We're invited to participate in God's mission in the world, to share our faith, and to spread the good news of God's love for all people in our daily lives. My call at Abiding Presence is possible because of the Metropolitan Washington, D.C. Synod, and it gives me strength and hope to know that you are walking with me in my ministry, that you are walking with me in this way of Christ, of faith, hope, and love. Go, Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Synod.